All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. It is Monday, so it's time for another network marketing tip, MLM Monday, if you will. And what do you say? What do you say when your prospect says, is this going to cost me any money? If you don't know how to respond to that, or you don't know how to respond to that effectively, then I invite you to stay tuned. All right, now before I get into the content, I invite you to like, my goodness, like, comment, share, do all that fun stuff, subscribe, because it's a super easy way, it's a simple way for you to support my blog and my channel for free. So what do you say when someone says, is this going to cost me any money? And a lot of network marketers, they're timid to respond to that particular question because they don't want to scare their prospect off. And so there's a couple ways to really answer that. The first one is effective, but it's not one that I use anymore, something that I used to use. And I came to the conclusion that to show them the information doesn't cost them any money. Right? My mentor taught me that. And so if you are inviting them to see a webinar, if you're inviting them to a hotel presentation, if you're inviting them to meet you for coffee or whatever, and you got this project and they ask you, is this going to cost me any money? And just say, no, don't worry, you know what, the webinar is free. Or, you know what, don't worry, coffee is going to be on me. Or, don't worry, this presentation is for free. It won't cost you any money. But you want to be sure not to mislead the prospect into thinking that the whole, that getting started isn't free. Okay, and so when they say no, they may not even ask. They'll say, okay, cool, it's not going to cost me any money. I'll have a look. And you know what, either they're going to join or they're not going to join. There's a couple different things, a couple different options involved. I'm looking at that dog behind my shoulder as well, so that's pretty cool. Or you could just say, when they ask, is this going to cost me any money? And say, yeah, it is actually going to cost money if you choose to get involved. If you are qualified to get involved, it is going to cost you money. Does that deter you from having a look? Are you open-minded to having a look? Or something like that. Are you open-minded enough to have a look? And when you say it like that, it really helps you sort through your prospects, because you know what? Yeah, we want eyes on the presentation, but we want qualified eyes on the presentation. We don't want just anyone to attend. We want the proper people to attend. Sorry about the plane up there. And so I always say something like, especially if they say, well, how much is this going to cost me? Or is this going to cost me any money? I say, yeah, it's going to cost you if you're qualified to join, and if you choose to join, it will cost you money. If they say how much, I'll tell them the highest and the lowest of the cost. I say, listen, if you want to get started, the big enchilada package or the big kahuna package is like $1,500, but if you want to start at the basic level, it's like $50 or whatever your company has in terms of price point. But if you ask that question, if you know someone is coming to a presentation and they know that they're going to get pitched $1,500, but they're still coming, then isn't that a great prospect to have? I'd rather have one or two of those prospects than 10 or 20 of the prospects that think it's going to be free. And so just something to think about. If they are asking how much is it going to cost, or if it's going to cost them any money, I like the second approach. Say, you know what, this is going to cost you money. All right, that's if you decide to get started. But to look at it, it's absolutely free. Are you open-minded enough to look? Or does that deter you from having a look, or something like that? And that gives you a definite yes or no, whether they even want to come or not. Because a lot of times, if you don't ask that question, they say they're going to come and they're not going to show up, and then you're chasing them. You don't want to do that. And so if they ask, is this going to cost me any money? I always say, yeah, it's going to cost you some money. How much is it going to cost if they ask? I'll tell them the truth. Big kahuna package, $1,500. The basic package is $50. And if that disqualifies them, I probably don't want them to see the presentation anyway. Now, there's some network marketers that might think, you know what, they may not want to pay now, but if only they saw the value, if only they saw the presentation, maybe they would be willing to come up with the money. Again, very few, how do I say it? Very slim chance that that's even going to happen. And so I'd rather just, go for the low-hanging fruit. You're going to make more money that way. You're going to get a lot happier that way. You're going to get more success that way. Sorry about the barking dog. I'm going to let this video go. If you want to see more videos like this, go to my blog. It's KennySantos.com. You can put your name and email in. You're going to get an awesome audio and grow in your business. And remember this, every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles. We only got to do two things about that. We get to recognize those miracles, and my favorite part, we get to accept those miracles. All right, take care. Create a great day.